In today's video, I want to share with you how I, as a life coach for kids and families, help children learn how to change their negative thoughts. And you can apply the same things that I'm about to share with you. The way that I work with children and teens is through fun, easy, and engaging way. I'm using stories and activities to help children learn critical mindset skills for creating happiness, confidence, and success in their lives. And let me share a secret with you. Sometimes I use the same stories and I do the same activities with adults to help them change their mindset, shift their beliefs. In the stories that I'm using, children get to see, get to learn, get to understand how the way they talk to themselves can have a huge impact on how they feel and how they behave. They get to learn how those repeated negative thoughts they tell themselves become their beliefs, and how their beliefs can stop them from doing the things they would love to do, can stop them from living a happy life. Through the stories that I'm using, children get to see how their unhelpful thoughts, negative self talk, can affect their self esteem, how they feel about themselves, and their self confidence, how they react, what the actions they will take, and how the beliefs they have about themselves, if they are negative, can create more anxiety. When I work with the child or the family, I help them to understand the power of what they say to themselves. I help them to identify their negative self talk, and you can do the same thing. Every time you hear your child using negative self talk, stop the child and help the child to realize, to be aware that they are using unhelpful negative self talk. You stop the child when the child says those negative words, then you repeat to the child what he said and then ask how these words sounds to you. Then ask, would you say the same things to your best friend? If the child says no, you say, why not? Then ask, what do you think it will happen to your friend if he or she will have this type of thoughts, will use this type of self-talk? How do you think it will affect him or her? The second thing I ask children to do is to get into the habit of being aware of their negative voice in their head and challenge that voice, that negative, unhelpful voice, unhelpful thoughts. For example, if the child says, nobody likes me, you help the child to look for proof. And you can say, so you think and believe that nobody likes you. But is this really true? Is it really true that nobody likes you? Then ask the child, do you think I like you? Do you think your friend Emma likes you? If the child has another friend, ask, do you think Jack likes you? By asking these questions, you prove to your child that what he is thinking or believing is not actually true. And the next thing that I do with children is to ask them to write down all the negative thoughts they have about themselves and replace them with more helpful ones. For example, nobody likes me, to, I actually have some friends who like me and some adults who like me. By doing this all the time, when your child has negative thoughts, uses negative self-talk, you teach the child that not everything what goes through his mind is actually true. By doing this, teaches the child that thoughts are not facts. And the most important, they have the power to shift what goes into their mind. They have the power to change them. By doing this exercise all the time, the child will slowly start to change his or her mindset. By doing this exercise together with your child, after a while, your child will be able to shift his negative thoughts on his own. And this is great because we cannot be with our children all day long. And learning this skill will be beneficial for your child now, when he's a child, and for the rest of his life. You, the parent, need to be calm, need to be patient when helping the child. After what you have helped your child shift his negative thoughts into helpful thoughts, ask the child to wear that list all the time with him or her. And every time when he or her is aware that the same negative thoughts pop up, to look at that list and say what he wrote on that paper as being the truth. I hope this video was helpful to you, and you as an adult, you can use the same technique if you have negative thoughts, if you have a negative mindset, if you find yourself thinking negative most of the times. Please let me know if this was helpful to you. Thank you for taking the time to watch the video.